very good defense. The Vikings are the least scored on team in the league, and they'll be up against a Bears offense that will need to rise to the occasion.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Elliott across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And, a good hit there and knocked down hard. It'll be a gain of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. The first down carry by Elliott. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play. Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
And that's the way you get an opening drive going. Pick up the first down, convert on third down, and have that.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the interception, here's Watson. Flushed out right. And his first pass is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Let's go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Watson. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. At 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So on 4th down, here's a punter, Jeff Locke, to kick it away. Back deep, Kevin Byard. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. His end zone. Prescott caught. Kelsey left side, and he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. Returnable for Lockett. And an alley to run. And now out comes Minnesota. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you put in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the run.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Ezekiel Elliott with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bears are in for 6. And it's now a 7-2 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the run.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up 3rd down.
The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd down.
Yep, they're in the nickel.
Let's go.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Prescott now on second down. Caught left side by Hilton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's first and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them. Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one is right through. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The left side caught by Diggs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because You've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Come on, let's go.
Watson off play action. And that'll be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And Bryant's got it over the middle. 18 yards there and a 1st down.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Throwing again is Watson. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And now running right through it. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Chicago. Ezekiel Elliott with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Bears will extend their lead. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's complete to Diggs. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. On 1st down, Watson. And Diggs has it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Let's go.
Watson looks to throw again. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And this one's back to an 8-point game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Second down, Prescott. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And take it right on the 30. Terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Come on, let's go.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Joe McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who is going to be the better defensive.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
Now it's Watson, and he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a 2nd down. Eight yards to go here on 2nd down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th.
Let's go. Brand 38.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Again, it's Watson. And that is incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. They start on the ground with Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That design passing play wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The Bears on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Here comes the Bears punter now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. They're in the 4th quarter in Denver. And what's been a wide-open affair, the Broncos have taken the lead. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Watson trying to get his guys moving.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Here's Elliott. And able to work his way down to the 16. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 3rd down, Elliott. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. They're in the fourth quarter in Denver. And give that one to the Cardinals as they wind up winners. Matt Ryan, good game throwing the ball, over 300 passing yards. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Chicago, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
You